Yo, what is up, guys? Thanks so much for coming to our guide. Today we're going to have Azyrite, one of the best Cassia players in the entire world, give us a walkthrough of how to play this hero. If this is your first time here, this is the Chili Mountain channel. This video is sponsored by HeroesHearth. If you don't know what HeroesHearth is, it's the biggest league in all of Heroes of the Storm. You should definitely check it out. Fantastic gameplay, pro players, insane production, great casters, really good time, so check it out. It's at twitch.tv/HeroesHearth. Besides that, let's jump into the video. Today we have with us Azyrite, like we said, one of the best Cassia players in the world. How you doing, Azyrite?
Yo, what's up, Chillrogg? I'm doing great. Gonna teach some noobs about Cassia.
All right, so I guess for the first thing, like, I play Cassia in Storm League, and I feed. You know, I go in there and I just get blown up right away. So maybe we can run through the talents. People need them at home in Storm League. What do you do for your level 1 talent?
So, I always go for the quest level 1. The scaling is just insane, and once you reach a lot of stacks, you can basically blow up any carry in the game, or just poke a lot of walls and structures. It's just a great level 1.
Oh, that's so interesting. So, it's because I know some of those talents, like maybe Falstad comes to mind, where you get the scaling and it's just like a little extra, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But this one, it's really substantial.
Yeah. At the beginning, it's whatever really, but as you ramp up the stacks, you can deal lots of damage, especially at 16 as well, where you get 2 extra Qs. It's just really nice. That's
awesome. And the siege damage, it's pretty good siege damage too, you said?
Yeah. So I'll show you, like, basically anytime you push a lane or something, you want to throw a Q on the wall, and it travels to like the whole wall.
It hits everything because of the split.
So just try to throw out the Qs whenever you're like in range of a tower. Just press it, and it's a lot of damage.
All right, so jumping to level 4 then. For the level 4 talent, is it also like an auto pick kind of talent?
I think there's 2 choices here. Either you go for Plate of the Whale, it's my go-to, or you can get Inner Light as well. It depends on the map, kind of. On maps where you brawl a lot, I think Inner Light might have some value. You're gonna hit a lot of Qs, and it's gonna reduce the cooldown of the talent. So you get a lot of healing from it if you just keep brawling and stuff. Otherwise, if it's a macro map or just in general, I feel like Plate of the Whale is super good because it's a passive heal, and if you're on the camps, you just walk around and get healed automatically. While this Inner Light is not gonna have as much value just walking around the map. This is basically just when you're fighting, you're gonna get a lot of value from this, and this is just all around.
Okay, so if you're gonna be hitting people with Qs a lot, then Inner Light's better, and then if not, go for the other one.
For example, like in Braxis, you might want to go Inner Light because it's a 2-lane map, and you're fighting a lot on the points.
In the 4-man.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you probably get hit crazy Qs and stuff. Does it? Yeah. Just out of curiosity, like can you get more than one trigger with one Q? Like if a Q hits like 4 people or something?
Yeah, I think that's how it works. Let me try it out for the. Can try it out on these test dummies.
Nice.
I'll activate it, and.
Oh yeah, so you get multiple.
You get a lot of. So if you get like a 4-man Q,
it's kind of insane.
Kind of just reset a lot.
Wow. Okay, and then later when you get like a bunch of Q stacks, that could be really crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So level 7. What are you thinking for level 7?
Level 7 is, I say, always go for the trait talent level 7. It's just super broken in my opinion. At 20, you see 1.4k damage.
Jesus.
It's basically just another free spell. So you have to stack it up. While you have armor from your passive and take damage, it's gonna stack up. And it's gonna make a sound whenever it's fully stacked. And when you're fully stacked and your armor is on, you have 30 armor, you can just press D to activate it. So in long-term fights, you can just and you take a lot of damage. You can just pop your D multiple times, and it's
It
gonna
wrecks
do
people.
lots of damage.
That's awesome. So it could be, so as long as your traits fully like up, you have your 30 armor. It could be any damage, like magic damage or any damage.
Yeah, just any damage you take, even from like mercenaries, it's gonna stack up. So if you're taking camps, you always want to tank them. So you get your trait up a lot, and you just D the camp whenever it's up. So basically, you're just faster at taking camps with it as well.
10 between Valkyrie and Ball Lightning. What do you think?
I always go for Ball Lightning, even though Valkyrie you can pick Valkyrie in some places where you just try to blow up one character. For example, you can go Sonya with Leap, and after she leapt and stunned the person, you can just Valkyrie. It's a free Valkyrie, and you drag them back.
Yeah.
But Ball Lightning is just so much damage, and it can carry team fights, and you just split up the people in the fight, because it just keeps bouncing between players, so they have to split up to break the ball.
Okay. So like, if you're like a Storm League player and you're looking to climb, it's probably going to be Ball Lightning.
Yeah. I'd say Valkyrie is more of a competitive, more hard ultimate to get off, and it's also quite buggy in some terrains. Actually, I might be able to show it.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that actually.
Let me see here. Okay, let me see. Yeah.
Oh, so
it's
it gets stuck
in the terrains, but there's small. Just some terrain is just so hard to notice that it's just gonna stop the character from.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like if it's just like a little tiny plant or something, but it'll ruin your ultimate.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what are you thinking for 13?
13 is Instamount and increased movement speed. It's just super helpful to have, even though I see in Storm League people like to go protected. I think it's fine, even though it's just War Traveler is just Instamount and increased movement speed. You can just basically run away. If someone's chasing you, you can just Instamount. I haven't taken it, but just Instamount.
That's nice.
And if you chase as well, they have to stop and mount, while you can just still run and Instamount. So great escape tool, and great you can just close on to a lot of enemies that's trying to run away. So.
Okay, that sounds awesome. That sounds like a game changer. So what about 16?
16 is with Q build, the one I'm always playing. It's static electricity, where you get 2 additional stacks on your Q, and as well, when you use your E, there's gonna pop out some Q stacks. Depends on how many people are in front of you. So if there's like 4, like right here, there's gonna bounce out 4 Q stacks. So it helps you stack, as well as it deals a lot of damage. You have a lot of stacks.
Okay, so the stacks get crazy because you get more stacks because you have more Q charges, and the E makes Qs.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like a must pick. Level 20. What are you thinking?
Level 20, I like to go Infinite Ball Lightning. You can make a argument for going Rock Stopper if they have a lot of physical damage. It might be good if they try to blow you up. You can just get 60 armor instantly. So
that seems good.
If they just plan on diving you, just take Rock Stopper. If not, 90% of my games I go Infinite Lightning. So it just you can basically just keep it up a long time. Depends how many times it bounces, but I have cooldowns on. But every time you see my cooldown on my ultimate right here.
Is that just 2 Ball Lightnings you have?
Yeah.
You can have 2 at once?
You can basically stack up. If you keep it long enough, you can basically just hold it forever.
Oh, so you could have like 5 ball lightnings?
Yeah, it's gonna on Volskaya and Dragonshire. You can do this on the robot. You just walk melee up to the robot and just stand here, and it's gonna bounce. And eventually, if they don't punish you, you're gonna have like 4 balls bouncing at once.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
What's the most you ever have? Do you remember?
It's probably only 2. It's very hard to pull off. But, you can get a lot of like. One time I had like 3 fully reset ultimates. Like,
that's insane.
Not at the same time, but like the fights were so long that I got 3 resets. Like once like that, and one more time, and then one more time after that.
Wow.
So it's basically a great ultimate if you want to.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, deal damage and split up the fight.
Yeah, that's so much damage. All right, so it seems like Cassia gets kind of insane, like 16, 20. How's the early game? Like, what are you thinking about when you start the game and you're just like level 1? Like, what's your game plan?
So at level 1, you're really tanky with your 30 armor. So don't be afraid to walk up and throw Qs at people. So right at the gate, I'm walking up pretty far, not too far though. So you just be careful about the positioning. If they have CCs and stuff. But basically, I just walk up. If I don't see any heroes, I queue the towers. If I see heroes, I just try to get as many stacks as possible. Just learn your geometry with the queues, and just try to stack a lot of stacks in the beginning. And then,
nice.
Yeah, that's basically the early game. Just do camps whenever you want. Usually it's not Cassia who should be on the camp because she wants stacks and gets great siege damage on the walls. So you generally want to be a brawl hero.
And then, so like now it's like later game, it's team fights. What are you thinking about in a team fight?
So in a team fight, at level 16, you always want to look for your E value. If they clump up and you know you're safe to E in, just tap your E and then try to move out as fast as possible, and just throw Qs at everyone. And if someone is too far up, you know your damage potential. You can just basically you W, you R, and you Q and your E. And you try to one-shot some people, and sometimes it works out. Sometimes they get really low and they have to back off, and it's just a lot of damage that you can deal as this hero. So
okay, I was gonna ask you that next. It's the combos W R Q E. That's like the order, and then D if you have it maybe.
So yeah, D. Let me stack it up really quick. Basically, D is just whenever you want, really. So when I open up with Q, E, or it's hard to explain at the same time I do it, but basically W, Q, or Q, E, or just always Q before you E, so you get the double value. But
oh, I see.
You can basically do however you want, but
so Q first and then Q at the end.
Yeah. So or if you have ultimate up, you always lead with ultimate, and just
blow them up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, blow them up.
Yeah. It's crazy because there's a lot of abilities and they all do so much damage, and it's just like, all right, so smash your keyboard. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, basically. But make sure to hit your accused. That's the only important part.
Okay.
Otherwise, don't let the ball break as well. There's a range where you can't really go further. So just be careful not splitting up.
Okay, nice. All right, so any counters, any heroes you really don't like picking Cassia into?
I think Cassia is a really versatile hero, so if you really want to play her, you can basically just first pick her. She doesn't have a lot of counters, but I'd say a few counters are like tanks that can interrupt the movement of Cassia. I'd say I don't like to play into Mei as a Cassia. I don't like to play into Blaze. Garrosh can be a problem as well. It's just mostly just tanks that can destroy.
Make you stop. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then any like buddies, any Cassia buddies, like heroes you want to play with?
There's.
Anybody?
I'd say Malf is actually pretty nice because you get some. When he Ds you, you get a lot of cooldown reduction and keep your mana sustain up. But in general, you can just play Cassia with whoever. She's just great with a lot of heroes. So don't be afraid to pick her if you want to try her out.
I know I see sometimes a lot of crazy comps where they'll do like, Abathur had on the Cassia and then Artanis, Joanna, Lily, and like all these blinds and stuff.
The blinds, yeah.
Is it a big deal or is it like a little bonus?
It's just a little bonus. It's not too big. Let me get past here. So it's 20% increased damage for like. So here 532. Yeah, so it's basically just 120 for a while, but you can if you want. It's just a little bonus. It's just
it's not insane,
kind of.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, Azyrite. Any shout outs? Anything you want to plug or?
Well, plug the merch. Chillrogg merch.
Let's go.
It's very comfy. And yeah. Shout out to my team and just Chillrogg the org. They're great. So yeah.
Oh, thanks.
That's basically it.
I appreciate it.
Oh, wait, actually, you can follow me on Twitter as well if you want.
I was looking it up. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll shout you out. Yeah. All right, sweet. So yeah, it's just at Azyrite, Azyrite. So yeah, follow this man for all the dope Cassia plays. All right, thanks a lot, Azyrite. Thanks for your time. Catch you later, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.